When a private investigator told me he had a case, and it involved a wrongful conviction, I was interested. Then he told me it happened to the guy twice, and I grew leery. He told me he'd come visit and go over the case, and we spent 11 hours, and I got hooked.
See, and that goes back to BCA agent. Had he known that there were those kites, that would have been a showstopper way back when. Any real police investigator would have ended it right then.
I'm just going to throw out a couple of words and you can tell me yes or no. Prosecutorial misconduct.
Yes.
Coercion.
Yes.
Entrapment.
Oh, the entrapment, absolutely.
What I soon learned was not to judge the book by its cover.
And I said, Don, I said, I wasn't going to talk about that case. I said, I thought I would keep you focused on the second case and leave the first one alone. I said, but I'll tell you this. If you do look at this first case, you're going to shake your head and you're going to say, son of a bitch, they did it to him twice. They framed him and killed him twice. The same way, but they did it twice. And sure as shit, he got back to me a couple weeks later and he said, what you said to me about them doing it to you twice, that's exactly what they did. They did it to you twice.
Trying to figure out John's case was a lot like trying to figure out what was in a 7-layer dip by only looking at the top.
Because the whole thing is just it's a mumbo jumbo. It's a charade on top of an extortion, on top of a con job, on top of, but my life's gone. They've taken my life because that's what the system wants.
One person had already confessed to perjury, claiming she'd been coerced, and John was innocent.
And while I was speaking to the spouse of the Dakota County attorney, she made the comment, just out of the blue, that she mentioned that they were doing everything possible to keep Woodward locked up.
Then through a chance email, I found myself in direct contact with a key prosecution witness from the second case.
But see, John, numerous times tried to get out of it. I was just like, man, don't even worry about it, bro. But every time they would get those tapes, they would talk to me and be like, well, he don't want to do anything. He's out. Well, listen, redirect him. Every time he does it, just redirect him. So he kept telling me that, to not let him, let's say, make an out for himself. And John paid the price for it.
But most surprising was when I found out everyone was wrong. I think it happened a third time, and nobody, not even John, knew it.
So he got out of jail, had this sob story, like nobody helped me out or whatever, and I always try to be right by people, and I don't know, I fell for that one, and he decided, when I gave him quarter pound, he decided he was going to go down to the end of the street, and instead of getting rid of him, he was going to get him for free. So that's why he called the police on him.
Oh, did he have some in his car?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, you weren't the only one set up that day.
This is the Footsteps in the Dark podcast, Season 2, the story of John Woodward. And this one gets a little crazy.
Worst case scenario, they just tell you to go screw yourself, and that's what they've been telling me anyway. I'm still here in prison. In case anybody hasn't noticed, I'm still in prison. And I'm hating life.
You never judge a book by its cover.
For early access to all 9 episodes, as well as tons of behind-the-scenes information, please consider joining the Footsteps in the Dark Patreon page by visiting www.footstepsinthedarkpodcast.com.